Hi students, very good morning. Welcome back to Sri Ramanuja Vidya Mandir, a temple for learning. Today I would like to start a new topic name is tissues. This week onwards I think we have shuffled the classes of 9th as well as the 10th classes students. So this week onwards you will be getting separate classes. Okay. And I would like to deliver the lectures of same your class textbooks. Okay, then let us start our today's topic name, that is tissue. Students, introduction. Students, already in the beginning class I gave you the lecture about the fundamental unit of life, that is cell. Each and every living organism is made up of some microscopic units known as cell. Okay, irrespective of the kind of animals, every living creature, whether it is an animal, plant or a microorganism, they used to possess a microscopic units known as cell. Cell is well known as structural and functional unit of the living creature. Cell is known as structural and functional unit of the living creature. Why we call the cell as a structural and functional unit of the living or of life? So means cell is mainly useful for the when you observe our human body, each and every portion of our body is made up of the cells, including hair and nails also. Okay, they'll be having the presence of n number of cells. Okay, so that is the reason this arrangement of cells in a particular pattern is giving the structure and proper shape to the organism, as well as why it is function unit means, so all vital functions like biochemical process, everything is going to done by the cells only. Next, and one more important point is that students, basing on the presence of number of cell, organisms are divided into basing on the number of cells. Students, number of cells. Okay, organisms are basically divided into two types, unicellular and multicellular. Okay, unicellular means here the organism just having single cell or only one cell in its body, that is known as unicellular organism. Next, here in the multicellular animals or organisms, here organism just used to possess more number of cells, more cells. That is the reason we will call this as a multicellular organisms. Okay, and see, let us take the example of unicellular organisms, amoeba. Okay, multicellular organisms, plants and animals. So let us see the first one, that is unicellular organisms, amoeba. Okay, students, this is the amoeba, right? Amoeba is the unicellular organism, aquatic species. Okay, it is mostly survives in the water. Oh, see, all the biochemical procedures, that as digestion, excretion, circulation, nutrition, absorption of the food materials, everything, all these are the vital functions, no, known as life process. Okay, all this will be done by the single cell here. Okay, this cell has to clear all the things. Okay, that is the reason, so we'll call this as the unicellular organisms. Okay, so no other cell to share the functions and the other life processes of the body. Okay, only single cell used to be there in the amoeba's body, and that has to take care of everything. But now in the case of multicellular organisms, it is consists of more and more number of cells. Okay, next, each cell, specially in the case of multicellular organisms, each cell specially to perform different functions shows division of labor. So you just observe the word division of labor. This we can see in the only multicellular organisms. The reason is that in the multicellular organism, as it is having more and more number of cells, so it is having the scope for the cells perform their different functions, right? So they'll be organized, they'll be there's a division of the labor. Okay, so for example, you just imagine there are 100 people are there in the particular organization. Okay, so all the 100 people are won't perform same single duty, no. You just see the one of the shopping mall. Okay, so there are a group of persons used to take care about the cells. Okay, sales. Okay, a group of people they're going to take care of the advertisement purpose. A group of people, they used to take care of the maintenance, cleanliness of the mall. Okay, a group of people used to take care of the money transactions and all, cashier and all. So in this way, so how they'll distributed the works among them, in the same way even in the living organism also, that too in the multicellular organisms. So as it is having more and more number of cells in the body, so there is a division of the labor. So they are designed, they're specialized for the same, for one of the function. Let us take the liver cells. Okay, the cells of the liver are known as hepatocytes. Okay, these cells mainly program it to function of the like detoxification. Okay, let us take nerve cells known as neurons. They'll be having different structure to perform the functions such as nerve transmission. Okay, in this way, as we are having the more number of cells, but all these cells are not of same structure, shape, and so they won't perform the same function. Okay, so the reason is that, so in the multicellular organisms, they divided basing on their structural capability, functional capability, right? That is about the organization in the multicellular organisms. Students, what do you mean by tissue? A group of cells of same structure and targeted to perform the same function is known as tissue. Okay, a group of cells will combine to form a tissue. Okay, all these tissue cells having the same structure as well as the to perform the same function known as tissues. The study of tissue is histology. Very important point. The study of tissue is histology. Okay. Let us discuss the importance of tissue in the living organism. So what is the importance? Why the tissues has to be present in the living creature? What is the importance of it? Let us study one after the other. It brings about division of labor. Availability of the tissues brings about the division of labor in the multicellular organisms. The division of labor increases the survival rate of multicellular organisms. See the first point, students, very important. It brings about the, so means existence of different cells in the body. It brings about the, so division of labor in the multicellular organism. Division of labor increases the survival rate of the multicellular organism. So this organism will become more efficient, right? Next, tissues become organized to perform organs, which in turn organisms. So let us discuss about this, students. For example, like a cell is there, cell is combined to form tissues. A group of cells are known as tissue. Okay, this tissue is combined to form a organ. Okay, this organs combine to form organ system. And finally, a complete individual, that is organism. Okay, cell, a different cell is a fundamental unit of life. Okay, cells, different cells unite to form a tissue. Next, again these tissues unite to form a organ. Next, organ system. Next, organism, right? Tissues become organized to form organs, which in turn organized to form organ system, and then it is in turn combined organized to form organism, right? Tissues decreases the workload of individual cells. See, students, tissues decreases the workload of individual cells. If only cell having the assign the work of function, means it may not capable of doing full-fledged work. Okay, as it is having the tissue, means n number of cells used to be present in the particular tissue, so they'll be sharing the concerned work, so they could perform well, right? So this is about, these are the importance of tissues in the living organism. Once again, I would like to share about this. It brings about the division of labor in the multicellular organisms. The division of labor increases the survival rate of multicellular organisms, and tissues become organized to form organ, then organs organized to form organism, then which in turn organized to form organism, individual. Okay, tissues decreases the workload of individual cells. So as they are sharing the works among the different cells, so they'll be decreasing the workload for the individual cells, right? And see, students, this slide is showing the level of organization in the human digestive system. Okay, see, students, these are the cells. Okay, these are the cells. Cells will organize to form a tissue. See, here a group of cells are there. Okay, this group of cells are going to form a tissues. Okay, now this is the organ. What is here? It is the stomach, students. Stomach is one of the organ, one of the major organ in the body, that is stomach. Okay, now organ system. Okay, so digestive system is formed by the different things like esophagus, mouth, esophagus, liver is there, stomach is there, intestine, small intestine. Intestine is one of the organ, small intestine is one of the organ. So in this way, different organs will combine to form organ system. Organ system. Okay, see, for example, let us assume this cells may be of the stomach. Okay, so there are individually it is showing the different fundamental units known as cells. Okay, these cells will combine to form a group of cells known as tissue. They were specially assigned for the process of digestion. Okay, of course they will be having the similar structure, or they're prone to work for similar function, right? tissues. Then it is then it is forming stomach. Then it will gives the organ system. Different organs such as small intestine, large intestine, stomach, esophagus, mouth, everything will organize to form a organ system. Then we'll get a complete organism. Right? This is about the and students, one more important point I would like to share with you, that I told you know there are plants and animals. So far I gave the details about the cell and the tissues. Okay, so as we are having plants and different plants and animals, no, are both the type of things are having both same type of tissues, same type of cells? No. So plants are different, animals are different. Their lifestyle, their structural organization, the everything is differ from each other. So in the plants we have different cells, we have one kind of cells and one other kind of tissues, and same thing applies in the animals also. The reason is that first plants are the autotrophs. Okay, they are the sedentary organisms. They can't move from one place to other place. So lot of variations and differences are there between the plants and animals. Okay, so that is the reason even internal organization also, the tissue organization, everything is differ from each other. Okay, the tissues which are present in the animals, they may not found in the plants. In the same way, it's completely differ from each other. Right. Plant tissue and animal tissue. Plants remain fixed at a place, so they required more of supportive tissue for mechanical support. Hence dead supportive tissues are more abundant in the plants. Dead tissues like cork provide the mechanical strength. Just now I gave the introduction about the plant tissue. They are the sedentary bodies. Okay, they should require, they can't move when the adverse conditions came, so they can't move from here to there. So for example, we are there, human beings, if sudden any cyclone or any typhoons came, means immediately we can move to the better place. Not only we, even the animals can also move to the a better place to escape from the dangerous situations. But but about the animals, it is not like no. Okay, so they should for first plants, they must require the more mechanical strength and support. Right, so hence dead supportive tissues are the more abundant in the plants. Dead tissues like cork provide the mechanical strength. Mostly plant bodies having the dead tissue, as it is providing the more mechanical strength. So capability strength also it provides. And same point we can see in the animals. Animals are mobile. They move around in search of food, mate and shelter. Hence most of the tissues are living. So if we'll see about the plant tissue, mostly they are dead tissue. Okay, but in the case of animals, they are living tissues. Next, they required less maintenance energy, as most of the plant tissues are dead. Okay, here the plant tissues requires very less amount of expenditure of the energy. Okay, as the most of the tissues are dead, so they doesn't require more and more energy. They required more maintenance energy, as most of their tissues are living. But in the case of animals, they require more and more energy, and the reason is that they are the living cells, no? Okay. Next, third point, plant continue to grow throughout the life. So growing tissues in the plants are localized in certain region. They have two basic types of tissues, meristematic and permanent tissue. So one more important fact, that growth is it's a continuous process in the case of the plants. Okay. So the growing tissue in the plants are localized in a certain region. They have two basic types, meristematic tissue and the permanent tissue. See students, in the plants, tissues are of two types. Okay, meristematic tissue and permanent. Okay, now let us see in the animals. Animals stop growing after reaching the maturation. So meristematic tissues are absent in the animals. Okay, animals stop growing to certain age. Okay, they can't grow as a entire life cycle. Okay, reaching the maturation. So meristematic tissues are absent in the animals. Meristematic tissue found only in the case of plants. Okay, the reason is that, so in the plants they need to show the growth rate throughout its life cycle, but in the case of plant it is not like. So we are the animals, the growth is up to certain age. Beyond the age we can't grow. Okay, this is about the differences between the plant tissues and the animal tissue, students. Okay, today I have studied the new topic named tissues, and I hope you all understood the introduction class of the tissues. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you all.